Hi, I'm Ranger Rhonda, and normally I would be welcoming you to Great Smoky Mountains National Park, but today is just a little bit different. This is a video series where we'll be exploring natural spaces right where the Smokies park rangers, park staff, and park partners live. So I invite you, come enjoy an outdoor experience with us in this episode of Smokies at Home.
Hi, I'm Ranger Janine from Great Smoky Mountains National Park, and I'm always looking for ways to keep myself and my kids connected to the natural world. I live in a development, so we don't have a lot of wild spaces nearby to explore, but one natural resource that we all share is the night sky. I love looking up at the sky at night. I can remember looking up at it with my father as a child and wondering about the stars and the planets and trying to figure out what all the constellations are. Today, I look at the night sky with my children, and I think I have as many questions now as I did back then. Why don't you join us and we can all look at the sky together?
Ready to go, Mom?
The first thing we need to do is find a good dark spot. We have a lot of light around us in our environment, from the street lights and the house lights, headlights, even illuminated signs. And all of that light can make it difficult to see the night sky. If you want to know more about light pollution and how to prevent it, there are resources available on the Smokies at Home website. But for now, we're just trying to find a dark spot. So let's walk around the back of the house and see if it's any darker back there.
It's a lot darker back here.
You think so?
Yeah,
Got a lot darker. You can not even really see back here.
It's starting to get darker. Looks like we have a clear night, so hopefully we're going to have good viewing tonight. In a little bit we should start to see a few more stars coming out. If you're in an area with a dark night sky, you may be able to see a lot of stars, but even if you're in a developed area like I am and you have some light pollution to contend with, you can still probably see a few stars. And if it's a clear night and it's out, you'll probably be able to see the moon too. We're just a couple of days past the full moon, so it should be a big, beautiful moon tonight. In fact, the moon may be so big and beautiful that it makes it hard for us to see the stars. That's okay though, because tonight we're going to be looking at the moon. You probably already know that the moon looks different from night to night, but maybe like me you haven't paid very close attention to how it changes. One fun thing to do is to track it and draw what it looks like each night for the 29 days that it takes to complete a full cycle. I know I often take the moon for granted, and I only notice it when I happen to go outside on a particularly nice night or when there's a lot of news about some special moon event, an eclipse or a red moon or something like that. But it's easy to overlook the subtle changes if you don't make it a point to look at it regularly. I want to know more about how the moon changes, so I thought I'd start tracking the moon tonight, and if you'd like to join me, you can download your own moon tracker from the Smokies at Home website. So this is my moon tracker, and I'm just going to record my moon observations right onto this sheet by drawing what I see. The first thing I'm going to look at is its shape. Now, if you're doing this at home, the moon may be at a different phase than it was when I recorded this video, so make sure you look at the moon when you're doing this. Don't rely on my observations for your first moon sketch. What do you guys notice about the shape of the moon?
It has like a bite out of it on the right side. It's not quite full.
It's almost full, just a teensy bit missing out
Almost
of it.
full? Right, so it looks like it's almost but not quite a circle with just a little bit of a sliver missing on the right-hand side. So I'm going to draw that onto my tracker sheet. You girls may want to draw that onto your tracker sheets as well. And we'll make sure that we get that down so that we remember it when we look at the moon next time. I'm also noticing that there are lighter and darker spots on the moon. You girls notice that too?
Yeah.
What do they look like to you?
Maybe craters of some sort?
Yeah, they're probably like craters from where asteroids hit or something.
So those are called the Maria. They're places where there used to be ancient seas of lava that have since solidified into a dark rock called basalt. And it's enough darker than everything around it that we can see that difference all the way from down here on Earth.
Why is it called Maria?
Well, that's a good question. So once upon a time, the astronomers used to think that there were oceans up there on the moon. And Maria means oceans or seas. So it was because they thought there were oceans. Of course, we know that there's not an ocean up there now, but the name has still stuck. But I think looking at those dark spots, that could be a good clue that we might want to record on our moon tracker sheets. Seems to me if I kept track of those dark spots, I'd know if I was seeing the same part of the moon every night or if I was seeing different parts of the moon on different nights. So I'm just going to add those onto my sketch so that I can remember what I saw tonight in a few weeks when I'm looking at a different phase of the moon cycle. So let me just get those sketched on there. All right, and there you have it, my first night of moon tracking. I'm going to keep on doing this every night until I filled up my moon tracker. And just about a month from now, I'm going to have figured out some things about the moon, and maybe you will have too. I hope you have a good time creating your own moon chart. Maybe after you've figured out the moon cycle, you'll want to start tracking something else. What do you wonder about the night sky?
Why is the moon out during the day?
How deep are the craters on the moon?
How old is it and what is it made of?
Why is it so much brighter than the stars? Why is it a different shape each night?
There's a lot to think about. One might almost say that the possibilities are endless. Be safe, everyone, and have a great time exploring the night sky.